Piece ready. Prepare. Fire.
About 8 ounces of powder, full charge is a pound with a 9-pound shell on top of it. So you would increase that noise by about 2 or 3 times for the shell. Times 18 guns, you may have that. Yeah, and then multiply it by the number of guns you got. The battery, our battery would have 6 identical guns, 1 battery. So what he's doing, that position right there is the number 2 man. He's got a worm that's like a corkscrew. He runs that down the tube and tries to catch, we use tinfoil charges. He tries to catch any tinfoil that's left down there because it doesn't all burn up or come out, and pull that out so that we don't leave anything down in there. You'll see the number 3 man on the back has his thumb over the vent hole with his elbow up. He's got a little leather glove on that thumb. It's called a thumb stall. He's pressing down on the vent hole, so when they're working at the front of the tube, no air is getting pushed through there in case there's an ember in there. If you force air on it, it's going to flare up. We don't like that, especially the guy at the front of the tube. And so the number 3 guy is our most important safety guy. And then after worming it, the number 1 guy on the other side takes his rod, which has a sponge on the end. It's wet. We've got a can of water up at the front there. He sponges it out so that if there's any embers, they wet them and there's less chance of a premature fire. Then they're in the position now. I know that the gun has been wormed, it has been sponged. He's got his rod out, they're ready for a charge. The powder runner brings the charge up. You'll notice that when he walks up to me, the powder's behind him. Basically, he's going to take the shot first. If somebody's shooting at us, a sniper or anything else, he's going to take it in the chest so that we protect the charge. Because if the charge goes up, we all go up. He's replaceable. When he gets around me, he's going to flip the bag in front. He's going to go in front of me, so he's going to get shot in the back. He's protecting the charge and me. I check the charge and make sure it doesn't leak. We send it up to the gun. Again, he flips it around behind his back when he's walking up there. When he gets there, he turns around, flips it in front of him, so he's guarding himself. And the number 1 guy hands it over the wheel, sets it in the tube, and then number 1 steps in and rams it down with the other end of the sponge and seats it back at the breech. And then when we say prick and prime, number 3 steps in with an awl, punches a hole in the top of that bag, and the number 4 steps in and puts the primer down in there, which is a long brass tube that has chemicals in it, basically like a match head. And then it's a contact pull. When we pull this wire out of it, that's when it goes off. So we're going to run another round through there. It's ready. Advance around. Ready. Prepare. Fire. Clear the gun. See it pull twice. supposed to be a 20-pound pull on those primers. Every once in a while they're a little tougher, and every once in a while we'll straighten out the hook on the end of that lanyard and the primer won't go off. It'll straighten out that metal hook. So sometimes it's a lot more than 20 pounds.
What's the frequency?
Was that awesome?
Oh, the standard, if we were actually in battle in the unit during the Civil War, 2 rounds a minute. The standard for reenactors in the field, because of safety issues, is 1 round every 3 minutes. When we're drilling and not with other people, we can get real close to 2 rounds a minute with our crew. We've been on the gun 3 years, this same crew together, so they all know their jobs. You put us on the field and you get other guns, even just a battery, it gets so noisy. You won't hear commands. We don't hear commands. So a lot of it's visual. They look at each other. There's a lot of eye contact, so you know where they are in the stage of the process. Where they put their implements tells me and other people where they are in the process. When the gun is loaded and he tells me it's ready, number 4, he puts his hand up. I put my hand up. There's always a section chief for every 2 guns. 2 guns is a section, so the section chief knows our guns are ready. Then when all the sections are ready, the battery commander knows the guns are ready, and then down the artillery line, and the commands come back down to us to tell us when to fire our guns, whether it's as a battery, as a section, from one end to the other with intervals, whatever they tell us, we hand it down. I'm the gunner, I'm responsible for that gun, that crew. I tell them what to do. So, and I'm the one that takes the heat if we do it wrong. But here's what's left of the shell of the powder charge.
It'll smell like rotten eggs because of the sulfur that's in the black powder. So it kind of smells. But that's